all to point A, point B. Oh my God, what games that we have today. If you are not locked in, I'm sorry. You missed greatness. But I just want to make sure we bring our fans in from Facebook as well. We're about to have them rocking with us. So excited for that. Give me 1 second here on our side. See what's going on with that. Either way, while we do that, let's get you locked in with point A, point B. Do the intro. Welcome on point A, point B. We are so excited. If you're already looking up, you already know what we're about to talk about right now. Before we get into that conversation, I want to make sure that we introduce my co-host with the most, the originator, the first host that we've ever had on this show, along with me, the originator of the point A, the point B. I am the point A, he is the point B. That is the man, the myth, the legend, the brand new father.
Yes, sir.
Brooklyn, what's going on, baby? Talk to the people.
I got an actual special one today.
Okay, all right.
Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. That's my verse for today.
I'll let it rock today because it's episode 21 and my boy is a brand new father, man. It is so much to talk about today, man. So many things we got to get into, but immediately right now, the first thing we got to talk about is the game that you guys had to be locked into. If you missed this one, you missed a great one. I'm going to show you what happened towards the end of this game in the fourth quarter when things got real close, back-to-back big games. I want you guys to see it with me. Let's experience together. And you know what I'm going to do for you?
Sticky still.
Let's go. Things are getting sticky man still. But I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna turn on the sound so you can watch it with me. Let's take off these CCs and let's get right into the theme. Log in. Hold on.
To Henry. Henry around the left side. Derrick Henry. Foot race. Down to the 10.
Complete monster.
And you just felt like at some point it would break open for him.
Jackson. And it's intercepted. Micah Fitzpatrick has it. The All-Pro cutting back, looking for a home run. Oh, what a big play. Only the fourth pick of the year thrown by Jackson, and it couldn't come at a bigger time for the Steelers. Play fake. Wilson, pressure, has to get rid of it, and that's picked off the other way. Marlon Humphrey, pick six.
Man, as you can see right there, man, back-to-back huge moments in this game. It wasn't without obviously seeing a great game from multiple players as well. I don't want to actually mess that up and say that we did not get that, because we did get that. Lamar did shine towards the end of the game, but I don't want to... You know what? It's not me. It's not me right now. Let me just give you the facts. Lamar threw for 3 touchdowns and an interception in the fourth quarter. That could have been pretty big if it actually was. It turned into points for them. Pittsburgh is now 10-5 and would have clinched the division with the victory. But now the teams are deadlocked after the Ravens won their game and it's 10-5 for the second time. For the second time in just 10 games in this series. Baltimore has clinched their playoff berth. Steelers already did that. So they're both now in the playoffs. Russ threw for 2 touchdowns. The second one tied the game at 17. And this game, let's talk about the others. Derrick Henry should never be considered the other, but King Henry rushed for 162 yards this game. 162. Obviously, the Steelers were without Joey Porter Jr., who was injured with the calf, and also without Pickens. So that was huge for them. And both of these teams play again on Christmas. Pittsburgh plays Kansas City. Huge game. Huge implications. Can't wait for that one. And Baltimore plays the Houston Texans. Another big game. Another team who's coming off a loss to Kansas City who might want to make a difference. Brooklyn, what do you think? Did this finally get the monkey off of Lamar Jackson's back with that win, this big win against the Steelers in this late season?
No. That monkey going to be on that man back all the way until he proves it. And I think we talked about it when Pharaoh was here. Pharaoh doesn't believe this, but I believe I do. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And he hasn't truly beaten anybody except for one divisional rival in the regular season. I believe in Lamar in the regular season. I've said this time and time again, Lamar in the regular season is going to be Lamar. Now, when he gets to that postseason, he has said it himself. I don't believe in those MVPs. We got to win that championship. Right. We got to win that championship. I got to win that championship. Well, have you yet? And since under your own vision of how your own expectations, I'm not going to claim you the man because you ain't won. You ain't won nothing yet. So no, I don't believe he has. Now, you were hitting on the right mark. It's the other guys this game that was a big factor. Even for the Steelers, Warren, the running back over there, had a huge game with Najee Harris almost matching yards with 48 yards, touching on 12 carries. Big game for him, including Calvin Austin III. Big catches in that game. For the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens in itself, Derrick Henry, of course, but you got to give flowers to that man, Zay Flowers. The way that man runs routes, blow by people to catch the ball with such proficiency is amazing. And I think if you're going to have Lamar really be the guy and win this year, the whole thing, he's going to have to do what he did this game and rely on the other guys.
That's an amazing take. I honestly do love it. I think that's actually quite accurate, to be honest. Just for the fact that he has not been able to do this when it matters the most. I don't think that this, to this point, right, gets the monkey off of his back. Not yet. I think he has a little bit more to prove. I'm gonna do the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he's now 2-4 against the Steelers in all time. And to be honest with you, he almost cost his team this game. With a momentum swing like that, with Mink catching that interception in the fourth quarter, when they were only up 17-24, man, that could have been real bad. That could have been real fucking bad. And if it wasn't for Russ inevitably being Russ sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And the great, let's please put emphasis on how great the defensive line was for the Ravens to this game. They were getting to Russ. Russ was running consistently. When I said that they had him on his heels the entire game, Russ was running, and it was nothing. When I say it was not more evident than anything else we've seen on the fourth quarter, when it mattered the most, they had that man on his heels. He could not get away from the defense, and it was just a reality of the game. And that reality is Lamar needs the others more than they need, you know what I'm saying, him to be the superstar right now.
That's not to say though they don't need Lamar. No, because they showed that with Tyler Huntley in the backfield with what was that one that they had, Drew something coming out of Stanford. They even made a song about him.
Yeah.
Like McSorley or something.
Yeah.
But it shows that Lamar is your guy. He's been your guy. To pay him that money, fine. But in this times, a wise man knows when to step back and let his people lead. But he's a leader. He doesn't always need to be that guy.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna be very honest with you, man. Lamar had a big game. I mean, I wasn't huge. He only threw for 207 yards, and his pass rating was 115. That's pretty good actually. But I mean, he threw for 3 touchdowns, 207 yards. But what really helped them a lot was making sure that they monitored the time of possession which they did by having Derrick Henry run the ball as many times as they did. Especially in the fourth quarter, they were able to hamper down and use up the clock as much as possible by having Derrick Henry, getting as many touches as possible. He ended the game with 24 touches. Remember I told y'all when I was arguing with Pharaoh a couple of weeks back, the magic number for Derrick Henry is 20. When he has more than 20 carries, he wins 80% of the time. You need Derrick Henry's hand on the ball as much as possible. And with the Steelers doing as much as they did to bottle up Lamar Jackson's running game, because he did not run that much at all. Actually, Lamar Jackson had nine rushes, only for 22 yards. His longest was 8 yards. They bottled that shit up. And we're not going to let you run. We're going to make you throw, and we're going to protect the run. That's what they thought their game plan was going to be the best at. I will say, the Steelers defense did do their job to a point, but Russ gave the ball away, man. And it's hard to be able to play defense consistently when the ball's constantly being given away. He's looking at 4 and outs. Last time they beat the Ravens, Brooklyn, they only won. They won with I think it was like 4 field goals, 6 field goals or something like that. It was all field goals. Russ didn't score at all, and this says more about the Steelers than it does about the Ravens. I don't think it does much for Lamar Jackson at all. Now, honestly, this doesn't mean shit to the Steelers because they're still going to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're still going to the playoffs, and so Lamar needs to win. Lamar needs to win the championship.
So going forward with the remaining games, who do you think wins the division?
Steelers. Steelers win the division. I'm gonna tell you why they win the division.
Go ahead.
It's because they have less pressure, less expectations, and that's only because no one gives a fuck yet about Mike Tomlin not winning the playoffs. Right now in the postseason, in the regular season, due to the fact that they have won more than we expected them to, completely.
Looks like the Ravens, hold on. I was trying to see who they have next. They got the Chiefs next, and the other one's got the Houston next.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what comes up after that because I truly believe, I think the Ravens got this, because if they got Houston next, that's already going to be one.
I can tell you right now who they got next.
Go ahead. They
got Texans. They got the Steelers. I'm sorry. They just played the Steelers tonight. They got the Texans and the Browns.
Texans, Browns.
That's who the Ravens got. Texans and the Browns. The Steelers, because they have the Chiefs and the Bengals.
Now you're telling me Texans, Browns, Chiefs, Bengals. I got Ravens. The Ravens are winning that off of record alone, not off of talent. Off of the last few remaining games, I guarantee are probably going to be wins. The only game that could be an issue with them, like we've discussed before, division games with Lamar, but not even Jameis is playing for the Browns.
Yeah, so I'm saying though, but the Bengals aren't beating the Steelers either though.
That's a divisional game, and the Chiefs, even with it though, you still got the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, if the Chiefs beat the Steelers, which they probably can, right? And I will say this: a high ankle sprain is easy to re-injure, especially when you're getting hit.
Ooh, you talking about him?
I'm talking about him. So we're gonna be talking about him up next anyway. But that's easy. That can happen easily when you're getting hit. So I'm just saying you got to be able to preference that when you're talking about the Steelers defense and what they have to prove coming out of this game. And also, I feel like the rest of the season pretty much a wash. If they end with a matching record, Steelers win the division.
Does they have one more divisional wins?
Yes. Yes. So that's why I said that the Ravens have to win out.
Ravens have to win out.
They have to win out. Have to win out. And they should not be in this position right now to have to win out. Your record should not have been matching the Broncos' record before this game.
They truly believe that they were going to be the powerhouse of the AFC North, and having the Steelers even match the record to where the Steelers didn't know who they were having at quarterback this season. This shouldn't be a thing.
No. But I mean, hey, they got the win. congratulations to the fucking Ravens.
I hope Bus is watching. Ravens don't deserve it.
No. Get well too. Bus has COVID.
Yes, sir. Get well.
Get well, Bus. Let's talk about the next team, the next game that happened tonight. I wanted to be able to get to these early and first because, man, they were big time. And the next one was that man up there. I can say his name because he took a loss this season to the MVP. Pat Mahomes, man. Pat Mahomes went out there and returned from an injury, a high ankle sprain, like I said before. And he did his job, man. He did his job. He passed for 244 yards. And he led his team to that win over the Texans, who have been pretty tough this year. They're 9-6. They're first in the NFC South. They're the division leaders. Even with this loss, they still maintain that lead. And I'm not going to say I'm surprised, man, because, you know, they have continued to find a way to be able to win games. I'm sorry, he passed for 260 yards to win games. CJ Stroud passed for 244 yards. So I apologize for the graphic. But even with this being the case, they have found a way to be able to win games. Do you think that this makes a statement for the Kansas City Chiefs through the fact that he was able to do this and when people believe to be an injured, you know what I'm saying, an injured foot? And it's crazy how the even with the emergence of the reemergence, I should say, of Josh Allen, you see him taking a big hit right now, getting to that end zone for a touchdown. Even with the reemergence of Josh Allen in MVP form and stuff like that, and playing big and being big in these games, and Lamar Jackson having a career year when it comes to passing and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't show all the time, especially in the last couple games, but having a career year is overshadowing the fact that the Chiefs are winning no matter what. Do you think that this made a statement for the Chiefs against them, against the Houston Texans?
It honestly does. I'm afraid to say it, and it's becoming Thanos levels of I am inevitable. It truly is. They are, what was it? One big toe away from losing one game. One bullshit pass interference from losing another. One holding offense at the end of a game from losing another. So it shows no matter what happens. Patrick Mahomes being injured away from losing another. It doesn't matter. I hope y'all just have your popcorn ready, as T.O. would say it. Enjoy your NFL season. And when we get to the end, and they've three-peated, which has been something that's never been done in the NFL. Never even been seen, never even thought of a three-peat NFL championship. We all gonna sit there and say, I saw this coming.
I feel like we should be able to say we saw this shit coming, right? Because let's be honest, bro. Who else is fucking doing this, man? I mean, the Lions were having an amazing year. I think this makes a statement because it does show that they have strength in numbers. The Chiefs right now have been able to use their talent that they've, put together. Xavier Worthy, you know what I'm saying? Hollywood Brown is back, baby. Our boy Hollywood is back. You know what I'm saying? Kareem Hunt, man, that nobody really wanted. For a while. Remember he was on trading
Hopkins.
Hopkins is in that. You know what I'm saying? Pachenko.
And on a small thing, Juju Schuster was like an all-star level wide receiver like a few years ago, and he's there.
So bringing D Hop in there is nasty work too, man. It's just like another weapon. I'm telling you, bro. When it comes to this, man, I think it makes a statement because first of all, you need to win this game because you're going into two tough ones. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. These AFC games they're gonna have at the end of the season with the Steelers coming next, then the Broncos after that. It's gonna be huge games with big implications, right? Both of these teams are in the AFC. They want to win. Both of these teams want to win. The Steelers want to make a fucking statement. They want to beat everybody, and they have beaten really big teams this year. And the one team they have not beaten is the Chiefs. If they're able to beat the Chiefs, right? And run that gauntlet, bro. I mean, that's big time. And then you got the Broncos who are under, Sean Payton, and have a rookie quarterback with Bo Nix, who really wants to make a name for himself as being one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the rookie season, especially, man, because I think it's a pretty much foregone conclusion that he's not going to win the Rookie of the Year this year with my boy from the Commanders going nuts the way he is.
Jayden Daniels, yep.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Jayden Daniels going crazy as what he is, but you want to be able to see him get a dub, and the Broncos play really good defense, especially against the Chiefs. The last game they had was very close. The game before that, they lost to the Broncos. So, I mean, this game right here mattered. It meant something, and they had to win it, and it was important that they did, and they pulled it out, man, and pause. They pulled it out, and you hate to see the fact that Tank Dell went down with an injury and was fired off after a touchdown, man. And a pretty good throw too by CJ Stroud, who played pretty well as well in this game. I don't want to overshadow him. He threw 2 picks, but he threw for 244. It's just, it's tough, man. It's tough. You're playing the best team.
It really is sad to just see him go down like that, especially what happened to him last season. He's a very young, promising wide receiver who, truly and honestly, is a top talent in this league.
Injury prone though. Super injury prone, though. It's looking like it's
injury prone. Unfortunately, every year you've played, you've looked good. Near the end of the season, you're not reliable. You're not here for us.
Yeah, that's the tough part, man.
Yep,
that's the tough part. You don't want to see that, man. It's tough. You don't want to see that, but that's just the reality of the situation, man. But shout out to the to obviously the Chiefs for being able to pull that win off, having a big game, and. What can I say, bro? I hate seeing him win, but bro, a three-peat would be nasty work, especially in front of Tom Brady on the in the.
It'd be one of the few things you can say that Tom has never done himself. The 7 championships could have been 10.
This is the injury too that you guys, if you haven't seen it, a great catch from him. Boom, held on to the ball still. Held on to the ball still, man, and just man, you hate it. You hate it. You fucking hate it, bro. You hate it, man. But
that shows also how much the team here down there in Houston is very together. When CJ Stroud on some real grown man shit just feels emotional for his wide receivers going down in that way.
Yeah,
he really wanted to play with him. On the game in the NFL, he wants to be able to run with the best guys on his team, and unfortunately, everyone just keeps going down. Even Nico Collins, and Houston just gotta stay healthy, and they be top tier team.
That's the fucked up part, man. Nico Collins down, Tank Dell down. What's his name, bro? Dear God,
Stephon Diggs.
Thank you. Down with an ACL injury. Gone.
So again, if they just were able to stay healthy, it's always that what if of the top tier teams able to stay healthy, be incredible.
Thank you. Seriously, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
May the Lord bless you.
Okay. Let's talk about it, man. I want to move right along. I think the best thing to talk about right now, Brooklyn, is to talk about your team, man. This was a huge conversation. I just want to have it with you right now. This is great. I'm gonna actually bring up the story because I think the story is even funnier, right?
I didn't want to talk about it. I thought this was a week ago. We could have moved on.
Fuck that. You've been able to evade every possible Jets conversation. Jets conversation that we could ever have on this show.
Just the big ones for Aaron and Woody.
No, I am not letting you evade this one. Let's talk about this. Let's get into it. I want to bring up let's bring up the story, right? Okay, so this is from The Score. If you ever, The Score is like one of the best websites you can go on. Shout out to The Score. If you want to sponsor the show, you definitely can. The Score is definitely one of my favorite websites to go on and get my my sports information. They update very quickly when it comes to sports news. So shout out to The Score. The New York Jets and the Broncos were exploring a trade for Jared Jeudy last offseason until negotiations were called off after Jets owner Woody Johnson felt that the wide receivers player rating in Madden wasn't high enough. Johnson reportedly also disagreed with signing lineman John Simpson due to a low awareness rating. Simpson joined the Jets anyway, right? But Judy was ultimately traded to the Cleveland Browns and ranks 5th in the NFL in receiving yards this season with 1,052.
Yep.
This evaluation method was believed to be evidence of the influence from the Johnson sons, Brick and Jack. First of all, your son name is Brick, and you own a Johnson & Johnson oil. Pause. Oil and Brick is crazy. Crazy. Again, who was Diddy's provider? What up, Pharaoh? What up, baby? We see you. We see you, Pharaoh.
Good. What's good, granddaddy?
When she was here, baby. The owner reported the Jets owner reportedly included his sons in some of the team's meeting dating back to last season, which is fucking insane. Internet is acting stupid. I'm on my phone. I hear you, bro. Me too. I know. The former Jets general manager, the one that got fired, shout out to Brooklyn's team, Joe Douglas said, "I answered to a teenager to describe the power dynamic." He told The Atlantic. Woo! The Jets spokesperson denied Briggs and Jack's influence on decision making, only calling it a reference point. This is the fucked up part about all of this. It has not been you can't deny. I would have denied this completely. They're not even a reference point. They pretty much all but confirmed that this is a reality. Brooklyn, Aaron Rodgers has led your team to a 4-10 start.
Yep.
Your team fired the coach, the GM, offensive coordinator. They've won 2 games since then.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to the Colts after that, by the way. And they are eliminated from the playoffs. They cannot go.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with the Jets?
I think we got the same. We gave the Minnesota Timberwolves some advice as well. We looked at Cat and we looked at Rudy's 2K score and said one of them got to go. And that's how we're making decisions now, is off of video. and we listening to people who can't even fully drink legally, who can't join the army at minimally. And that's who we listening to for $1 billion company. And that's fair, whatever. You know what I'm going to say? On the actual football part of it, it's actually pretty wild. The whole Aaron Rodgers thing is I can even bring up this stat. And it's an immaculate stat. Did you know this whole season, Aaron Rodgers is actually 7th in passing yards. He is 7th in percentage. He is 8th in touchdowns. He is 3rd in turning the ball over with one of the fewest interception yards. Our defense is still ranked in the top 10. We are the opposite of the Chiefs. The Chiefs can do anything, including throw the ball away and win. We can play an immaculate game and still lose no matter what. We are going to lose. You can put up top 10 numbers all you fucking want, Rodgers, and you could say it's not you, it's you. And we're losing. And then at the end of it all, we're listening to a teenager named Brick. You didn't even give that man the right name. His name is Brick.
Brick is crazy. That's all y'all throwing up, too. Bricks.
Brick. His other kid name, like you said, is Oil. That's not even a name. I've heard of Bricks before, but Oil? I'm going to name my kid Margarine.
Might as well.
The point being, is this is some of the saddest, lowest shit I've ever seen us be in. And, you know, I've always been a Jet fan, always will be. But it becomes to a point where I can accept losing. I can accept the highs and the lows. But there's a point where you got to look at yourself and say, are we $1 billion company? And am I running this? Am I running this to win, or am I just running this just because I it's mine? It's mine. And I'm gonna keep it for Brick. and oil.
Brick and oil. Brick and mortar.
This
I don't
is what it
even
feels
know.
like, man.
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know how you can justify this with just how bad.
Brick, we need some offensive plays. Yours that was working is not going. What do we do? I'm gonna have to think outside the Xbox. Click.
Just imagine, bro. Imagine
Running your plays from Madden.
that we are listening to a kid, bro. My boy playing owner mode in Madden. Yo, dead ass playing franchise mode.
In Madden, real life.
Playing franchise mode, bro. I do not understand, man, how we get to this point in life, bro, when a kid is making decisions, when you've seen all this turmoil in this team to start the year anyway. And like, just think about everything that's went wrong for this team so far. All the players that's came over, all the decisions that was made in 4K, Farrell, definitely in 4K, all decisions that's been made so far, just to watch you be fucking ass. And then to watch a grown man, right, instead of taking time, they're doing anything instead with his team. Everything instead of not with his team, right? Anything possible. To be on Pat McAfee's show and stuff like that. I don't want to fucking see you on the show if your team is taking L's. That's like watching a coach, right, of a team, of a losing team. No other quarterback could do this. No other quarterback can do this. No other quarterback. None. Why the fuck are you on a podcast or on ESPN talking shit about other analysts and former players, and you suck? And you suck. You already didn't take time to play with your players in the offseason. And now you chatting?
Wait, I got another and now. And now you're threatened to do it again. You know that SpongeBob meme? You want to see me run to that rock? You want to see me fuck the Jets and do it again? You want to see me do it again?
Bro, let's look at this other story right quick from the Jets, man. Real quick, right? Rodgers is open to anything regarding his playing future in 2025. He's uncertain whether he's going to be able to stay or not. He says, "Yeah, I'm open to anything." He said after the practice on Wednesday, he envisions being even healthier to start next season than he was this season, coming off a torn Achilles tendon. Excuse? Yeah, it's possible. He said before smiling. We might just be sitting on the beach though. There's a lot of reasons why this would be a great opportunity. We're going to see what happens. A lot of things that will have to happen. Rodgers referring to the Jets' search for a general manager and a head coach after Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh was fired earlier this season. Whether or not I'm a part of the conversation or whether or not they move on, whatever happens, I'll be taking my time to think about my future. So not only, right, did he come here and fuck up your team, right? He wants to be included in the conversations for future decisions, or he's making it seem like it's up to him now, whether he stays and plays or leaves it. You know what I'm saying? It's up to him. He's getting paid.
Hold on. I'm trying to get my dinner right because I at least want to be wined and dined before they continue to fuck me. I'm sick of this. Because he's still, if he leaves, he still gets $26 million.
Yeah.
If he leaves, next year he's in Cancun with $26 million of the Johnson & Johnson money.
At least they got baby oil, Brooklyn.
That doesn't make this fucking any smoother.
No condom, Farrell says. It's tough, right? Because he's acting like he has power in this situation. Only thing he has is money, right? But he's like, it really depends on what they do, whether I come back or not. Like, they don't have a fucking choice.
No. If Brick and Oil were smart, and then you see how I refer to them now.
Woody and Brick is crazy. Woody naming his son Brick is wild. Wild.
And Brick and Oil Johnson. No, because you're not understanding. What's his last name?
Woody Johnson and Brick.
Now you're hitting why I was saying that.
Nah, that's crazy.
Diabolical.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna
Oil
lie,
Johnson.
they freaky as fuck over there in New York.
Oil Johnson.
Freaky as fuck in New York. Freaky as
Wilder.
fuck.
All right.
I'm not
Settle down.
settle
We got-
down.
Settle down.
Settle down. I'm
As
not.
Priest,
Listen,
Priest would say, take it easy.
I don't want to stay on this too long, bro. Cause hey, yo,
No.
you know what I'm saying? And I think we had to talk about this though because it's the most insane thing, nigga. You
if
in New
Brick
York?
and Oil was actually
facts.
smart, he would look at their father and tell them, "Look, Roger's a bitch, and this is us on us.
What's your
Don't
over?
let." What's
your-
his overall now? It's
What's your
82.
over under? What's your over under
On what?
on Aaron Rodgers overall next year if he does stay in the league on 80 overall?
75. Aaron Rodgers and Madden overall next year will be a 75.
I bet you it's at least an 85.
If it's an 85 Madden,
I bet you. It's
I don't
85.
believe Chad Johnson
Legacy.
came here to. No, I don't believe Chad Johnson came here to do Madden ratings to actually fix for players' point of views. That's what he said. Chad Johnson and a bunch of ex-NFL players joined the Madden adjusted rating team so they can fix this from a player's standpoint point of view. And if you allow Aaron
85.
Rodgers to be anywhere above an 81,
85.
80, an 80,
85,
anywhere,
bro.
that man should be a 79
85.
maximum.
I bet you it's at least
70
75.
for his performance this year. 70. You know who needs the boost? Jared Goff. He needs to be above a 90. And if you disrespect Goff, respectfully, 92 should be the max that he starts at.
Yeah, 92. Jared Goff, 88 to 92. Between 88 to 92.
See, 88's wild. 88's wild.
Only
for what he's
because
done.
how much talent is on that Lions team. Because Gibbs and Montgomery gotta be at least 87 to 88 respectfully. Respectfully.
That's Knuckles.
Respectfully.
That's Sonic. All
But
right.
yeah, I don't want to talk. I don't want to take too
Yeah,
long
yeah.
on this, man. I want to move right along because, man, that's fucking hilarious though. Farrell said 60 overall. I'm crying. Yeah, I bet, Farrell. I bet.
Settle down.
Settle down. Let's talk about the King, man. The King, all the nights, man. LeBron James, man, on the last game versus the Kings, which happened yesterday. He has Kareem's record to be the all-time leader in fucking minutes. He's averaging 35 minutes a game, a few days from his birthday. And you know what? Tonight was no different. This man decided a bucket was for him, and he went to go get him. LeBron James ended the game tonight with a smooth 32 points, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds, shooting 13 for 24 from the field. LeBron James being able to be this consistent this long in the NBA needs to be fucking studied. In a game where AD barely gave you anything at all, only giving you 10 points, right? Only giving you 10 points. LeBron said, I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. And without even blinking, had 23 in the first half.
Yep.
What does this mean for LeBron James' legacy now, overtaking the minutes record now as well? And he's still playing, bro.
All I can say for LeBron, it comes down to that Gladiator movie. He's standing there in the middle of the Coliseum. LeBron's looking up and says, "Are you not entertained?" Because I don't know what more King James has to do to prove that he was the best basketball player to ever grace the sport. When Nesmith started lacing up that peach basket, inside that peach basket there was a LB inscribed in there, and he said, "That's weird, I don't know what that means." He does now, up in heaven. He meant LeBron James. It's a prophecy. He's always been the one, the chosen one.
Why
The
did
common-
Dave Smith gets to go to heaven? Is it because of basketball? You're a deviant. Does he only get to go to heaven because of basketball? Because if it's that, then we get to blame him. We get to blame him for Russell Westbrook. We get to blame him for Paul Pierce shitting on himself in the middle of a game. Like he never did.
I didn't shit myself. It's a leg cramp. Cramp.
Yo, we gotta blame him for mad shit, bro. He can't just get all the good shit. He can't just get all the good shit. He can't get it.
You can't get all the. You gotta take the blame. Hey, you take the good with the bad. But I will tell you, LeBron James at the level that he's doing, and this is the thing, we've seen long careers before. This is my biggest take that I always have. We've seen long careers before. Vince Carter went team to team, didn't want to give it up, and respectfully, baby, I didn't want to see him give it up. I didn't want to see him quit. But everything has an end. But the way at the level, the amount, the points, the score, the efficiency that James does it at, it's unmatched, unrivaled, and it shows why he is the greatest. So all those minutes he played to overcome Kareem, all those points that he scored, it's not even like it was in vain, nor are they non-efficient points. They're true and honest buckets, and he's been a bucket. Yeah,
and with this being the case, man, LeBron, they move up to 15-12, remaining the 7th in the Western Conference. Which is a great place to be right now for them, especially after all the games they did lose in the road for a little bit of time. The last 4 to 5 games, they are number one defensive efficiency. Number one. They went from being like towards the bottom to number one defensive efficiency due to the fact that they stopped switching on screens. And this became a very big point of emphasis during practices when they had a chance to take some games off. The people who made the games this season, the schedules for this season, really just said, fuck the Lakers. They play the Kings 3 times in a week. 3 times in a week. They play them again next week after playing them yesterday. Like bunching all their hard games up together and stuff like that. Like it's momentum killers, and somehow they still remain a 7th seed right now with a positive record. JJ Redick is doing it, man. Not gonna lie, bro. He's finding ways to learn quickly, especially when it came to switching on defense and how horrendous their transition defense was. Even for the fact that they were able to score on the Lakers after made buckets, teams were able to do that. They're getting back now. They're sending 2 men to the crash, and the other 3 getting back so they can be able to at least stop a quick bucket. But man, all this being said, LeBron James is averaging 24 this season at the tender age of 39. He's about to be 40. His son right now is playing in the G League and balling, mind you. He just dropped 16. In the game before that, he dropped 30. Balling, mind you.
Ball.
And he's averaging 35 minutes a game. He missed 2 games this season. That's it so far. And it's well-deserved, bro. I don't even know how many records he can break now. It's dirty work. It's dirty fucking work. It's dirty work. LeBron James, the GOAT, greatest of all time. Fair, I see you with the ghost in the chat, in the chat. I see you with the in the chat. He deserves the He deserves it. I want to move on, Brooklyn, because there is a large place in my heart of hatred, right? And I hate hatred. I mean serious, and I feel like a fair amount of hatred, right? I feel like I don't just hate people because it's not fair to hate them. I feel like I hate them because it's the right thing to do, okay? And the person I'm talking about hating, not only is it King Jones, who loves this man, right? But it is the man himself whom I hate the most. Darvin Ham. We're going to talk about this because for some reason ESPN and all the pundits decided not to, right? I think this is huge news because for one, I'm a Lakers fan. Okay, I'm not letting it rock. We're not going to let it rock. We're not going to let it rock. We're going to talk about this right here right now. Shout out to the Bucks. The Bucks went out there and went undefeated in the NBA Cup, winning their last game convincingly over the best team in the league, and the best defensive team in the league, which is the Thunder. The Thunder really had a problem when they came to dealing with the size of the Bucks, with Giannis being able to take over that game completely, being a real big presence inside the paint. It was too many big bodies. And with the Thunder being injured, especially in that thinned out in that center power forward area, they weren't able to contend with that consistently. The guard play wasn't what they had to worry about. It was the bigs. And that's what won the game for them. But shout out to them for getting that dub. I think Giannis is having a crazy year that really is not being talked about on the same level as Jokic, which is pissing me off because it's an MVP level year. He's carrying the Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham. But let's talk about what Darvin Ham had to say since he won these games, right? He is undefeated in the NBA Cup. Now he's an assistant coach, but he is taking upon himself to taking credit like he is the head coach for these wins. Okay? That's Doc. Fuck you, Doc Rivers.
Glenn.
Just know the last team who won the cup lost in the first round. You know who coached that team? Darvin Ham. He ended the last season with 47-35. Let's see what Darvin Ham had to say about what should have happened with him and his stay there. He said, to do as well as I did, I swear to God, anywhere else, I'm probably looking at an extension with what I did. I'm not talking about feelings. I'm talking actual facts. Okay. They go from not making it to the playoffs to the Final Four of the NBA, the conference finals, and then when you win the in-season tournament, navigate through all the injuries, and win both of your play-in games to get into the playoffs. Ham added, people always talk about losing to Denver, but they never talk about how we got to Denver. We beat a kick-ass young squad in Memphis, and we beat Golden State. The Lakers dismissed Ham after compiling a 90-74 record. 90-74. Now, I'm not the best in math, but that sounds like a 16-game difference. Am I right?
No, 14, but it's okay.
No, it's 16. It's 16. 4 plus 6 is 4
plus
6.
94. Yeah, 16.
16 game difference. Right?
16 game difference.
Okay. He said it's been reported that I was just throwing some lineups up against the wall to see what sticks. No, man, we were really navigating a lot from guys being hurt to having the oldest player in the league, LeBron, taking a dig at LeBron, I feel like, to navigating AD's injury history. It was a lot. Some of the shit that was coming out, like, wow, bro, I don't know X and O's. I was winging it, dude. That's the most disappointing stuff. I mean, how mean is so much? What the fuck does he say? How mean is so much stuff people are saying online? The best thing I could do was block out all the outside noise. The Lakers replaced Ham with JJ Redick. They're off to what now a 15-12 record, right? Can I get a second to talk to him directly? You don't mind, Brooklyn? I'm gonna take this for 1 second. Darvin, you sweet bitch. This is not how you're supposed to act. This is not how you're supposed to act. Darvin, you didn't get fired because you had a winning record. You got fired because you lost the locker room. Period. You lost the locker room, right? They did not believe in you. You kept favoring players that you coached before, like Taurean Prince and Dennis Schroeder. You had multiple players say they had no idea what the fuck they were doing out there. Watching the game, just watching the games from home, You had poor timeout, game management, time management, on which on multiple occasions you will let teams go off from 15 to 20 point runs before you call a timeout. Your lineups horrendous. In some occasions, not even running a point guard in them. Not even running a point guard in some of your lineups. Darvin, what the fuck are you talking about? And on top of that, Brooklyn, if you don't mind me just saying this one quick piece, right now the Lakers are suffering from not having any big depth. You had all of it. You had Christian Wood sitting on your bench who played an instrumental role in beating the Suns earlier in that year with locking up the bigs on that side of the floor. He played perfectly and paired perfectly with AD. Exactly what AD needed to have a counterpart of his same size and stature that can shoot from the field, have good inside presence when it comes to getting the bucket, and was able to roam and get a block. But that's not what you wanted. You wanted to start Taurean Prince because you're fucking his mom. Now, I don't give a fuck what nobody to say. I don't give a fuck if you do not think that's what's happening, but I do think that's what's happening. I think you're smacking his mom because he's playing with you right now, Darvin. It don't make sense. I just want to say this right now, man. This might be the dumbest man I've ever seen in my entire life. I watched a clip where you sat there and drew names on the board multiple times for a whole timeout. Didn't call a play, didn't call a sub. People just stared at you. You even had Russell Westbrook in street clothes looking confused. It was one point where Pat Beverly took the board from you and drew a play. Darvin, are you fucking insane? What X and O's did you run? You know what I'm seeing this year, Brooklyn? Dribble handoffs, off-ball screens. Huh? All the way through. They're doing what the Kings were doing to beat them, and plus they're defending what the Kings were doing to beat them all last year. The Kings have not beat the Lakers under JJ Redick's rule, where AD was once 1-10 against Sabonis. JJ has found a way to beat the Kings, where Darvin just suffered. If anybody's seen a team going against Darvin's Lakers, what he would do, right? When he is being bested. I remember in the playoffs where you lost against the Nuggets, all they did was slide Gordon down to the dunker's lane. And you put your hands in your fucking pockets.
Yep.
You had no idea what to do. If they're picking and rolling and putting somebody in the dunker's lane, oh shit, I don't know what to do. I don't fucking know. All you did was run a pick and roll with LeBron James and Anthony Davis every fucking play. That's it. It was one-on-one basketball. Everybody else stayed stationary. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm done.
No, you're good. You're good.
Bro, like,
I got one thing to say. Going forward after this season, when the inevitable just happens and they implode, and Giannis is asking, "Where's the identity? Why are we like this? Why didn't Lillard help?" Lillard's mad again and starts to run from the grind. I want everybody to remember this. I would not, could not in a port. I would not, could not on a court. I would not, could not hire Darvin Ham. Some ham and the green eggs and ham is done. His whole story, his whole NBA time should be over after this season, and he's proven it time and time again by these exact comments. These exact comments, I believe, will bury him at the end of it all.
Sam, I am. Damn, I am. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Brooklyn, you're right. You're right. This is my thing with Darvin.
Fuck you.
You're white. That's hilarious. I didn't mean that, but that's fucking funny.
Brooklyn, you're white.
Brooklyn, you're white. This is my thing with Darvin, bro.
All right, I'll be white black.
You be white black? It's hilarious. This is funny. What this is my thing with Darvin, right?
Yeah.
Darvin, there was some validity in the things that you said, right? Any other team, you probably would have got an extension. And those teams that you're talking about is teams that's not in a place where they're competitive. If this was the Hornets, you probably would have got an extension.
Facts.
Because you're not expected to win a championship for the Hornets. If this is the fucking The Hawks. You probably get an extension, bro. Right?
New Orleans, he'll probably get an
New
extension.
Orleans, you get an extension, bro. Right? Because nobody gives a fuck about them. So the teams that this would not go for is the Celtics, who mind you, their coach went to the Eastern Conference Finals multiple years and was fired. And they got Missoula and got a championship.
They did that.
If you were the coach of the Warriors, who coach went multiple times to the playoffs, drafted the greatest backcourt of all time, and was fired because he hit a ceiling. And Steve Kerr came in and took over and won multiple championships.
Yup.
What you don't understand, Darvin Ham, Sam I Am, you bum ass man, is that when you hit a place, a plateau, a ceiling, a level of which you cannot exceed, you must go. And when you're playing for one of the most historic teams of all times, who is trying to match and get back the lead of championships that was taken away by the Celtics under your rule, then bum, you have to go. What do you not understand? It is the Lakers. If you wanted that kind of easy job, you should have went to an easier fucking team. But you came to the Lakers where scrutiny is high and the pressure is big. That's why players come to the Lakers, because it matters more when you win and it hurts more when you lose. What are you talking about? This is a team who won a championship the year that Kobe passed away. Are you fucking crazy?
And you know that coach that won them the championship, what did they do with that one?
Fired him.
That's crazy. So you think you better than all these people is wild.
He had they now I will say this right now. Is it all Darvin Ham? No. Because Pelinka, you're not safe. You're not safe. You are right now continuing to hold a job that should have been Magic Johnson. But shout out to Magic Johnson because he went and he bought some teams, including the Dodgers, who won a championship this year in baseball.
Yes,
Let's talk about it. Magic now across all sports holds 15 rings. Across all sports holds 15 rings. And he owns a WNBA team, the Sparks. Shout out to Magic. That position was Magic's position, right? They gave the power to Pelinka. Magic decided to step away after Magic went and drafted all those players that was used to get AD, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pelinka has done nothing to help this team so far. Nothing to help this team. And what you've done is hampered it. And then when Frank Vogel was sitting there with a team he already had that won the championship, that you could have brought back the same players, right? The same players, you decided to let them go in order to keep on with this dumbassery. And then he got fired. And they brought Darvin Ham in because Darvin Ham had the ball to say, I'll bench Westbrook. But did he? No.
Nope.
He did not. He did not. Not. Like the knot on your fucking head, Darvin. That's what I've been doing this whole time. I know you're too stupid to understand that. I'm done. I'm done with Darvin. You sweet hoe. You and Doc deserve each other.
What a duo.
My God, bro.
They really looked at the worst two coaches and said, let's match these guys up in Milwaukee.
Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. Man. This news right here made me smile on the inside, but it also made me think really hard. And Brooklyn, I want you to think with me. Okay? I want you to think with me. It has been announced this year, leading the nominees of the NBA of the Basketball Hall of Fame, 3 names stood out the most. And those 3 names were Carmelo Anthony, Sue Bird, and Dwight Howard. Those 3 names stood out the most. So you know, the ceremony will be held next year, September 8th. You don't want to miss that. But boy. I thought, who deserves it more than Carmelo Anthony? Who deserves it more than Sue Bird? Huh? Who deserves it more than Dwight Howard? Well, Brooklyn, you know what this means to me?
What?
This is a message to Dwight Howard to retire. Dwight Howard's been campaigning to get back into the league. He still thinks he has more to give. Pretty much interviewing Jeannie Buss, begging her to give him another shot. You need a big. Give me back. I can still ball. I still can. If he goes to the Hall of Fame, he's not coming back to the league.
No.
Who's done that?
Any WWE superstar.
The same.
No, I'm just joking. You asked me who's done it. That's the only thing I can think of, because there's no such thing. There's called eligibility. You had to be retired for a certain amount of time, and I really believe in that. For you to be given Dwight Howard, an active player over in Tijuana, a Hall of Fame, he deserves it. Hold on, let's get something
You deserve
straight.
it.
Before anybody around this bitch, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever we own, shout out to it all. Shout out to everybody watching. Don't get it twisted. Dwight Howard. And if you disagree, come on this bitch and argue it.
Mm-hmm.
Dwight Howard is a guaranteed Hall of Famer. Obviously already in it. He deserves it in every bit of way. And if you think otherwise, that ring that he got for the Lakers definitely says it. The triumph of him going through, even being belittled and called soft as Charmin, little bitch, whatever names Kobe was calling him, that shit probably hurt him.
Yeah, Charmin was crazy.
He went through that and still comes out a champion, coming back to the Lakers, being with LeBron, going to Tijuana, having fun, and still saying, I have love for the game. It's not through. I'm not out. Sign me. He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame right now. And that's just my opinion. He shouldn't be nominated. He shouldn't have been nominated, and he shouldn't have been accepted. At all. He clearly wants to play. I feel like there's got to be some kind of level of I am retired and done with the game and deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, this is the thing. So I'm gonna give you a few more names that's actually unnominated as well. It's a pretty lengthy list. I'm gonna give you some names that's on here that, who also, is being nominated. The total 2008 United States Olympic team, right? Bill Laimbeer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bill Laimbeer. Shawn Marion. Tom Chambers. Terry Cummins.
Sure.
Billy Donovan, the coach.
Billy Donovan, guaranteed, yeah.
Doc Rivers, the coach.
Glenn. I feel like King Jones would rejoice seeing Glenn Rivers
insane,
in that,
bro. Anthony Hardaway.
Okay.
Robert Horry.
Okay.
Amari Stoudemire. Clear is crazy.
Clear
for Amari Stoudemire. You're dick riding.
Maybe I'm just
dick
a huge
riding.
fan of Amari Stoudemire. I love that man's game.
Dick
that
riding.
man on the basketball court. He was different.
Dick riding. So Blake Griffin should be a Hall of Famer then.
Eventually, yeah.
So because what has he done? Like, come on, bro. He's done nothing that Blake Griffin hasn't done.
I said yeah. Eventually, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I didn't say no. The answer is yeah. I think Blake Griffin should be in the Hall of Fame.
Women's nominees, along with Sue Bird, Maya Moore, Cheryl Ford, Lisa Plunder. I think it's fire, bro. Taj McWilliams Franklin. Let's talk about international nominees. You ready for this one? Andre Carolico.
Ooh.
Marcus All.
Ooh. Marcus All deserves it.
David Blatt. The coach from the Cavaliers. Overseas was an amazing coach, but over here, he got fired. He got fired after not winning a championship.
I'm not too familiar.
He was a coach of the Cavaliers when LeBron played the first time he went to the chip.
With
back.
Boogie.
When he came, when he came back to the Cavaliers, that first team where it was
before
LeBron,
Tyronn. Yeah.
Kyrie, yep, it was David Blatt. It was David Blatt. So yeah, those names are the names that's coming up right now. I mean, huge information. My apologies. Huge information. I'm happy to see. I think Carmelo Anthony deserves the fuck out of this. 10th in all-time scoring. One of the best Knicks of all time. Sue Bird, man, a legend for Seattle. Really put her life on this game. Like a leader and assist, especially a great point guard, a great general. I want to say floor general. Sue Bird was one of them ones, bro. One of the ones. And her and Maya Moore should definitely be in the Hall of Fame this year, no matter what. But congrats to them.
Yeah, big congrats. Definitely earned to a lot of them. Hard work, sweat, and tears has gone into their game to where even just probably being nominated is probably really huge.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Hold the fuck up.
What happened? I had one more Dwight Howard thing, so I don't want to move away from that real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Go ahead. If it's what I gotta say, I want to see what you gotta say.
My biggest thing about Dwight Howard right now, not even being retired and everything, is in my personal opinion, even dealing with the experience I had today with meeting a NFL practice squad player, is some things in life you just can't teach. And Dwight Howard still being the size at 7 foot tall and still having the wingspan that he's at and going overseas and wanting to play, even if he clearly understands he's not a superstar anymore. He clearly understands he's just a name and he wants to go out there and play the game. I'd give him a chance. There's plenty of teams that can use a decent rebounding big man. And if he can get me 9 rebounds off the bench, I would not be too mad at that. I advocate for giving Dwight Howard possibly another chance in the NBA and then letting him retire on his terms if that's what he wants.
This is my problem.
Go ahead.
This is my problem. You guys nicked him for the top 75 players of all time.
Yeah, wow.
But he gets to be in the fucking Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I was actually pretty upset at that list. That list was a little bit wild to some of the players that was on it.
Dame in that bitch over Dwight Howard.
Yeah, Dwight has done a lot for the game. Superman battled with Shaq, like not even battled like on the court, but like just in life over just that game. Just in life. And we made it relevant. The dunk contest with him and Nate, all time.
What single award has Dame Lillard won? The Rookie of the Year? Is that it?
Yeah, I was about to say Rookie of the Year.
Is that it? No Defensive Player of the Year?
No, I can't say anything.
Does he win a championship?
Dame? No.
Dwight?
Yes.
Dwight, yeah. You know who they beat? You know who they beat on the way to that chip?
Who?
Dame. They beat Dame on the way to that chip.
Yeah, no, that list was wild work. I didn't agree with a lot of it. I know a lot of NBA players had a lot to say about that top end and 75 all time.
Wild work.
They added some of those players, but not added Dwight. Again, Dwight needs to be in the league just maybe 1 more year, 2 more years. He could be a proficient big man, just getting rebounds off the bench, and that's all you need him for. And he looks like he's willing to take league minimum. Absolutely. He'd probably take G League minimum.
I mean, yo, bro, let's talk about things, man. I like the fact that you use the word big, man, because what's big right now is the big. And the big that I want to talk about right now is the Big Bodega. New York's greatest. The big
the big cat.
Yo, the Big Bodega walked into Minnesota.
Yo.
Walked into Minnesota.
Talk
the
your
team
shit.
that traded them and said, what you ain't gonna do is disrespect me.
Get him.
You ain't gonna disrespect me. You know how he talked. He walked in that bitch.
Zesty. We'll see about that.
We'll see about that. Locked them up. We'll see about that. And dropped 32, 20, and 6. 5 for 5 from the 3-point line. If you don't know what I'm talking about, pay attention. This boy cooked. Absolutely cooked. Big Bodega walk up. Splash. When Rudy Gobert guarded the big bodega, he went 7 for 7. Walk up, cash. Whenever he's seen Rudy, he's seen booty. Because that's what he looked like. Listen, bro.
No, let me take this one. Let me get 2 seconds on this one. Because I'm going to apologize. I'm going to look straight to the camera when I say this. Karl Anthony Towns, I called you soft. I called you zesty. I called you, dare I say, flamboyant. But when I say the pride that you're giving to some New Yorkers, New fucking York, you doing it. You're out here, bing bong, on Rudy's head. 3-peat, bing bong, fuck your life. You're about that life. You're here. You're doing it. Welcome to the big show, to Madison Square Garden. Spike Lee is just crying happy right now. He really thinks y'all have a chance this year, but I'm here to tell you don't.
Nah, it's cap. They got a chance.
I'm here to tell you
that's cap. They got a chance.
That playoff, and you guys,
they got a chance.
The chemistry you're building right now, I hope it really continues. I really hope it continues, because maybe I'm just a hurt New York fan. Because I know it. You going into them playoffs, you're gonna see them bright lights, and you're gonna say, "Fuck, that's heavy. That's heavy," and you're gonna lose. I'm not gonna call it a sweep. I ain't gonna call it a sweep, but. If you guys win, if Knicks win the championship by the slimmest chance, in my opinion, if they win it by the slimmest chance, New York's burning. Because you see what happens when we just win regular season games. We beat the Hawks for some reason. We go crazy on Ice Trae. We have hatred for Trae.
Yeah, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think, yo, the Big Bodega got it. First of all, probably one of the best nicknames ever given to somebody of all time. The Big Bodega is a fire fucking nickname. You gotta damn near retire a Nick with a name like the Big Bodega, because Cat ain't hitting the same way as Bodega do. Like, he's from New York. I think he's from New York. Isn't Cat from New York?
I have no idea, but the way he's talking, I don't want to claim it.
Nah, right now I would.
I'll tell you. Go ahead.
Nah,
you got it?
I'm pulling it up right now. Anthony Towns was Cat, a.k.a. the Big Bodega. Oh, Edison, New Jersey.
No, that's New York.
It's New York, pretty much.
That's New York. Yeah,
it's pretty much New York.
All right. Heard.
The Big Bodega, baby. Listen, man, yo, Cat's having an amazing year right now. I think it's being overshadowed by, you know what I'm saying, a lot of big numbers you're seeing from Giannis and stuff like that, and from Jokic. But man, I'm talking about right now, Cat is balling on a different level and should be appreciated. I don't think people really understand or really are paying attention to what he's doing over there for the Knicks. But the Knicks right now are in a different place. Cat is balling. They're third in the Eastern right now. They're 17-10. Higher than people thought they were going to be after that trade. They didn't really know what they were getting with Cat. But man, they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. And Cat himself is balling the fuck out. I don't think bro, listen. Cat right now, he's played all 25 games, right? This season he's averaging 25 points, shooting 53% from the field and 46% from the three-point line. If you don't understand how crazy that is, go look at Steph Curry's MVP years.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at Steph Curry's MVP years. And not only is he doing that, right? Shooting 84% from the free throw line, right? His true shooting percentage is 65%. He's averaging a block. He has 23 double-double games out of 25 games played. And he is averaging 14 rebounds per game. Do you understand how nasty that is?
Do you know where we're gonna be, Tones? If the Knicks win the championship, do you know where we're gonna be?
In my house, safe. I'm not going outside.
We outside.
No, I'm not outside. I promise you, I ain't outside. I'm in my house.
We
safe.
outside.
I'm in my house safe. I'm
your
safe.
rapper's trapper's favorite rapper.
Listen, bro. I'm in my house safe.
Me and Ghetto Spider-Man, we doing it. We out here doing it big. We got the Henny things possible.
Man, anything is possible. I do believe that, man, when we talking about greatness, we cannot overlook how amazing Cat has been. Cat, shout out, man. Fair laugh all out. Miss you, Farrell. Love you, brother. Cat has been acting fucking stupid. And if they end this season top 2, they overtake the Celtics, or Cleveland has a fall off, and Cat is number 1 in the Eastern Conference, brother. The Knicks are number 1 in the Eastern Conference, holding home court advantage in the playoffs. I'm telling you right now, the Cat's Knicks are scary. And on top of that, he better be top 3 in MVP voting, because SGA, Giannis, Jokic is obviously going to be there, and it better be fucking Cat. I better not see Luka up there. It better be fucking Cat. It better be Cat. The big bodega.
Luka's having a horrible season. Not a horrible season, but he's not having a Cat season. He's not having the kind of season this season.
The big bodega needs to be up there, and AD needs to turn his shit around if he wants to be in this conversation. But the big bodega, big fucking bodega. Speaking about turning things around, man, one thing to turn it around is the Cleveland fucking Browns. Dear God. Oof. Dear God. Dear God. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, this team right now is quite possibly one of the worst teams I've ever seen in my entire life. And they're facing a real dark place when it comes to their biggest star they have on their team, and that's Myles Garrett, who said, and I quote, "I am not trying to rebuild." I'm gonna let you see what he said in this article right here, because he was dead ass serious. Garrett said, "I'm not trying to rebuild. I'm trying to win right now. I want that to be apparent when the season is over and when we have those discussions. I want them to be able to illustrate that for me, so that can be something I can see in the near future, because that's all we want to do. I want to stay loyal to a team that showed loyalty to me, had faith in me by drafting me," Garrett said, being the number 1 pick in 2017. But we have to do what we have to do at the end of the day was best for us. So if we have that alignment where this is something that is still possible in the near future, winning, going deep in the playoffs, putting a great defense out there, I think that will really keep my mind at rest and keep me settled. It's looking like they're gonna lose this man. Garrett has 2 years remaining on his 5-year, $125 million contract extension. They are 3-11 this year, right? His first year in the league, they went defeated. Okay? Defeated. That's the reverse of undefeated. They did not win a game his rookie season.
Nope.
They went defeated.
I don't know what that like. At least I can say that. At least I don't know what that like.
And Garrett being a player that's obviously been there for the long haul and has seen every iteration of that team since 2017, because he's been there. Garrett has been there, and Garrett is somebody that any team, he's a reigning defensive player of the year. Any team would be gracious to have. Give him to my Broncos. We lost Von Miller. We need him. Get the fuck out of here. I'm telling you right now.
He's a high overall brick and oil.
Yeah, right.
He a 99.
Right.
Go get him.
Right. Is there anything in the future telling you that he's going to actually be, he's going to stay there in the long run?
No. It's getting to a point when you publicly, because these players know the media. These players are media trained.
Put the mic close to your mouth, Brooklyn.
My bad. These players know the media. They know that they are media trained. They have publicists. They have people for this, especially someone as high, talented, and paid and known as Myles Garrett. He knows how to work the media. He knows what to say and what not to say. And the fact that he publicly went out and said those words, it shows that he is ready to either move on or big changes are coming. And knowing the Cleveland Brown, in their situation that they're stuck with a $250 million. I was gonna say a word, but I'm not gonna say it. Person of interest, who's no longer a person of interest. You're stuck with that. You're stuck with that, and I hope he comes back with a healthy leg. But coming back from an Achilles 2 years back to back never really looked good on anybody, let alone a quarterback. Deshaun hopefully comes back, but you're stuck for the next 4 or 5 years with a $250 million guaranteed contract. And where are you going to even if you wanted to give Miles more money and say, please stay, you really can't. You really can't.
Yeah.
And trying to move him is again something that's going to be, to me, impossible. I don't think there's for what the Browns would taught him at. That's like 3 first-round picks and one of your best players. Have you seen Myles Garrett? No matter what age he's at right now, have you seen? Forget the stats. Forget everything. Forget hitting Miles or Mason Rudolph in the head justifiably, you racist piece of shit. Forget all that. Look at him.
I'm not pulling up a picture of Myles Garrett on this screen to glaze because ayo.
No. I'm just saying that is a top 5 defender. He is a NFL player, as you already stated. Any NFL team, all 32. There's not one team in this league that doesn't have a spot for Myles Garrett.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, I'm gonna say this. Pharaoh, the Browns are going to Brown. Myles might as well leave. That's what I'm saying. Get the fuck out of there, Myles. They paid that man Deshaun Watson all that money. They're gonna come back next year. Hopefully, Deshaun Watson shows he can be at least 70% of what he was in Texas.
I'll take half of that MVP season. He had an amazing MVP going towards season. He didn't win it. He was definitely top 2 or 3 in those voting. If he could get there in Cleveland Browns uniform and throw for half of the yards, even if that'd be the 3,500s, because he was on pace for almost 6,000 yards that season.
Yeah.
That would have been one of the most in NFL history. He can proven he can do it. He's proven he could do it with the talent around him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Myles got, they would have to show. If I was him, I would go somewhere else that can use me, honestly.
This is going to be his last year.
I'm going to say this. Off the next topic we're going to have, go to this next team, and I'm going to bring him up right now. The team I'm talking about that he could possibly go to, which would be crazy.
Don't say something stupid, crazy.
Brooklyn, but hear me out, though. Because this duo would be nasty. Micah Parsons is willing to take a pay cut if Dallas can get some help. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Micah Parsons and
thank you, everybody. I got my last scripture verse. We're going to end the show.
Micah Parsons and Myles get. You are not.
That's
cheating. You are not.
No, you know what? You know what? You're right. You're right. While we're at it, because he's been injury prone and he's getting older, we should send TJ Watt there too. Just TJ Watt, Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, all on the Dallas Cowboys. Just throw them on there. They can rotate in.
I'm just saying.
No, that would be cheating.
I'm just saying.
Not cheating, but that would be ridiculous.
Okay, but hear me out, dude. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out, bro. Okay? Before you get all mad. Just hear me out. Micah Parsons is still on his rookie deal, right?
Yes.
So they have the freedom to pay him how they want to pay. And the NFL can do things the NBA does not normally do, which is, rework contracts and stuff like that. Some longer deals for lower salaries, right? Right?
Okay. No, you're right. You're right.
He can take a pay cut. They can trade some assets and having Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett on that Dallas team.
Nasty.
Coming back with either Dak or if they decide to get off Dak's contract somehow. I'm just saying. There's a lot of teams that will take Dak.
You're 100% right.
I would trade Dak and pay Sam Darnold. to take over
Trade
that team.
Trade Dak to the Steelers, and then you could take Mika as well to pair him with Diggs. You know, that's secondary. And then we could go get Derwin James from the Chargers. He's on an
Okay, you've been a piece of shit.
And then Jalen Ramsey is older from the Dolphins.
Okay, you're being a dick. Okay, listen, I was cool.
Jalen Ramsey from the Dolphins on an expiring contract. He'll take a nothing pay. We could get it.
I'm just saying, I could have been a dickhead and said my Broncos, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm telling you, he would fit. Again, Myles Garrett would fit that, but Myles Garrett going to the Cowboys, it would be KD going to the Warriors. It's not
because no, and that's bullshit. Because the Cowboys have not won.
No, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Not won.
I would.
They have not won. It needs something to put them over the threshold, and don't act like we have not seen this before, because we didn't complain as much when Aaron Donald got Von Miller. So don't bitch now.
I said that's fucked up.
Don't bitch now. Fucking Cameron's over there with the Steelers right now with TJ Watt. Don't bitch now. Oh, it's cool when they do it. It's cool when they do it.
Fuck, did I do it? I'm just saying.
Stephon Diggs' brother is injured, ACL injury. We don't know when he's coming back. How do you help a good second? How do you help a secondary that's lacking?
I'd say actually go get it. One thing that would fit, maybe not Myles Garrett, but I would go get some kind of safety help. I think Deron Bland.
Yeah, Barrel, thank you. When Von Miller got DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah, that was nasty work. This is
no
nasty
fly
work.
zone.
And what happened? It was unfair, and they won the fucking championship.
So what? It's always
and they won
been
it.
Like that. The 2000 Ravens.
It's gonna be.
What are we saying? The 2000 Ravens.
Work.
They went and loaded up.
Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett, I can honestly say, is 1A, 1-2 right now, in my opinion. That's legitimately, you're talking the two best pass rushers.
But with the Cowboys secondary not being as good as it can be and being injury riddled, how do you help a secondary, bro? You bolster the fucking line. They could have the nastiest pass rush we've seen
Marcus,
in the last
and you're
5
gonna
years.
have to trade. You're gonna have to trade DeMarcus Lawrence. You're gonna have to trade Dak Prescott because of contract reasonings, and then maybe 3 first-round draft picks because they're not letting go of Myles Garrett for anything less than 2.
Thank you, Phil. Pass rush help secondary. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Yeah. I'm even cool if they find a way to come off of Deshaun Watson's contract. Nobody's gonna take that contract
now. No, I'll tell you right now, ain't nobody in a mom. No, they stuck. No, stay.
He's gonna have to have a nasty year for somebody to take that contract. And if he does have a nasty year, they're not coming. They're not. He's not.
Not even that, brother. Not even that. Ain't nobody touching that. This is Deshaun Watson's last contract, unfortunately.
I don't believe so. If he has 3 years of nasty work, they forget everything. It's the Roethlisberger effect.
I do truly believe talent overcomes people's point of view of you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know whose point of view?
Walt Disney.
You know whose point of view I got?
Yeah.
The point of view I got is bricks. All white bricks. And we're not talking about Brick Johnson. We're talking about bricks in the Bay. The Dubs big duo, Curry and Draymond, for the first time ever, laid an egg. They couldn't, you got it, Farrell, couldn't hit shit. They couldn't hit nothing versus the Grizzlies. Probably the nastiest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Just bricks after bricks after bricks after all white fucking bricks. But we're not gonna act like this is just happening because the Grizzlies is just so fucking good. Nope. The Grizzlies, their defense was locking shit up. No. It was just bricks. They lost nastily. 144-93. A 50 piece. You all right, Brooklyn? God damn.
144. Ew.
A 50 piece. A 50 piece.
Okay. So a 50 piece in 2K language means Tones has already kicked somebody out the party, has bitched me out for what I haven't done right, has said see me 300 times. A 50 piece.
We get 50 piece. Somebody got to see me.
Somebody's seeing him.
I need hands. I'll
tell you right now.
Piece.
We needed that. Did you see it? Because I'll tell you what, I did not see it. 50.
Man, bro, let me tell you the stats. I'll tell you the stats.
Hit me with it.
All right, bro. Pods had a great game off the bench, 21 points, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. Andrew Wiggins had a great game, 19 points, 4 for 5 from the 3-point line. Steph Curry had 2 points, 0 for 7, 0 for 6.
You're saying
Schroeder?
You said
Schroeder, Curry, yeah. Schroeder recently just traded over to this team, had 21 minutes.
Saw that.
5 points, 2 for 12 from the field, 2 for 12.
You letting him shoot 12 shots?
2 for 12. And then Draymond Green, 19 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. And had 1 steal and 4 turnovers and 4 fouls. What the fuck was you doing, Draymond?
He said, look, I'm LeBron James. I don't know. Draymond, truly and honestly, you came in here and you thought you were better than what you were. I've never seen, looking at these highlights, a Warrior team look so disfumbled, look so out of sync, look so like they were not a 4-time champion.
I'm gonna tell you something, Brooklyn. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. And this is gonna hit, bro.
Look at that, wild.
Let me tell you, it's gonna hit, bro. It's gonna hit, bro. No, you know the tough thing about being an undersized big is that once your athleticism wanes, you're fucking done. Because all you have to do to contend with bigger bigs is your athleticism. This is why Zebo didn't last to the lengths that he could have lasted in the NBA. Because at the end of the day, when you're undersized and you don't have any other bigs there, like a big body, you know who needs the the Warriors need? They need Dwight Howard. That's what they need. Go get him and just give him a fucking 10-day or something like that, because at this point in time, you don't have the size to play defense.
You don't.
Only people that Draymond gets up for, you know what I'm saying, who gets brick woodied for is Gobert. People that he hate. Other than that, he spends too much time on that fucking pod.
That could be a conversation. Is Draymond done?
Oh, absolutely. If he gets the contract after this by the Warriors, bro.
Conversation over. Good convo.
If he gets his contract again, another contract from the Warriors, bro, I'm shitting on somebody. I'll go outside and pee on a fucking cat. I swear to God. If he gets another one, I will find a cat, trap him in the corner, and I'll pee on him.
I don't understand it. Again, the Warriors, as of lately, have built a dynasty. And I think we're starting to truly, we were making fun of them that one year, and I think we laughed. We got it pushed in our face. Oh, Warriors dynasty is over. They're looking over. They won the championship.
I'm gonna say, Farrell, you can't say he was done 4 years ago. They won the championship in the last 4 years.
But that was my point I was gonna make. We gotta be careful with that, because last time I remember motherfuckers walking around saying Warriors are done, the dynasty is over, we're falling apart, Curry is gonna retire. This is it. Splash Brothers have officially broken up. Draymond is doing some weird freaky shit on the court. Last stand kicking people in the balls for some reason.
No, what they need to do, honestly, trade Draymond immediately. Just break it all the way up. I don't give a fuck. Just break it up. It's over. He needs to go somewhere else, because at this point in time, right, he has punched Jordan Poole in the face.
Yeah.
Which was your secondary scorer because Klay Thompson was injured, right? And because that, you had to trade him for Chris Paul, who was a 1-year rental, to get that off your books. And that has resulted to nothing. You've got nothing for Jordan Poole because Draymond couldn't hold his feelings inside. Last year, he was kicked out of how many games last year? Let's be for real, bro. And this year, even though he's playing in more games, he's kind of trying to hold it together this year. He's not worth it.
Nope.
Send him to the Spurs to come off the bench. Dead ass.
That would actually be pretty nasty.
Dead ass. Send him to the Spurs to come off the bench. I'm smart, bro. I know basketball.
That's a choice.
He can be the Boris Diaw of the Spurs, the new Boris Diaw of the Spurs.
That's a choice. I don't know how he rocked with Chris Paul, but that's a choice.
He already played with Chris Paul.
That's what I'm saying.
He said they squashed it. So send his ass over there. You ain't gonna argue with Pop?
No, you ain't. I think we coming right back to episode 1.A.B. Greg Popovich makes people, and Draymond, if you come over, Greg will make your career extended by 3 more years.
Just saying,
I think
bro.
my co-host Tones actually put you in the best situation to continue anything of your career. You go to the Spurs and you listen to Pop.
Listen to fucking Pop. You know who listens to their pops right now? Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders' daddy said that his son, he's convinced. He's so convinced his son is going number 1. This is our last story, by the way. So everybody take it all in. Get your claps in. Shedeur Sanders, number 1. The Giants right now have the pick. Unless they decide to trade down, which me and Brooklyn was having a little conversation about that, unless they decide they want to trade down, they're going to be picking up Shedeur Sanders if he is actually going number 1. So my question to you, do you think Shedeur is going number 1? And fucking why?
It's great questions. It's honestly great questions. For the fact that Deion Sanders is doing everything in his power to pull it's going to work to a better effect too because of who he is and who LeVar Ball wasn't. LeVar Ball, for who he was, set his children up immaculate. And I don't think as a loving, caring father, they don't get talked about for how much he was there for them and actually wanted to see them succeed. And I see that for Deion is going to be the effect. I don't believe he has the talent to go number 1. And to be frankly honest with you, if Deion was not your daddy, you would not be getting drafted out the first round. I think you get drafted, not out the first round, for the talented numbers that you've put up, especially with the people who he has surrounded you with Horn, literally one of the better running backs, Travis Hunter. The only thing I could say your daddy fucked you up with is that offensive line. He must hate you or something because he really tried. But I'll tell you it like this. The Giants aren't drafting him. The Giants are not taking him, and he's not going number 1. The Giants got the number 1 draft pick, Cameron Ward out of the Miami. The Miami program is way better than the Colorado program at this point in time. Miami's always been a number 1 hitter, and Cam Ward would be just a way better fit for the New York Giants. If not Cam Ward, and you want to go and find a quarterback in the league, you go and get Travis Hunter. You go and get Travis Hunter, and you go and solidify it. What I will do, like I said, the effect of the prime effect, he'll go number 2 to the Oakland Raiders. Oakland has a great offense just as well, and I believe that would be a way better fit in that way. And unfortunately, I would hate to see it at this point in time. Patriots got number 3. I had Travis Hunter going number 3 to the Patriots.
Oh. So right now, do the Giants have the number 1 pick or the Raiders?
I think it's the Giants.
Because they're saying the Raiders could get it too.
No, I think it was the Giants have the number 1 pick. Would have to double check that after games were played.
I'm looking, because it's looking right now. So I'm looking at a mock draft from this scene. I'm gonna put it up on the screen because I know you can see what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Right now they have Cam Ward going 1.
To who?
To the Raiders.
Okay, so Raiders have the number 1 pick.
Yeah, Cam Ward going number 1 to the Raiders. And then they have Shedeur Sanders going number 2 to the Giants. And Travis Hunter going number 3 to the Patriots.
Okay, so it's my list. Just the 2 quarterbacks flipped because of the draft pick. I'll tell you right now, in my personal opinion, I do have Cam Ward being the best quarterback coming out of this draft.
They don't got Ashton Genty going to the 14th pick to the Cowboys.
They don't?
That's their mock right now. 14th to the Cowboys.
They're just saying, in my opinion, again, I think Gentry to the Cowboys would be a way better fit for him than anywhere else.
Cap.
Where?
Cap.
Where?
I think even though they don't have one, if they were to trade up, I think the Broncos would be the best fit for him. Honestly, the Broncos know how to run a 2-man rushing game, and I think him and Javonte Williams.
Does it say we have go up 1?
They say that you have the 8th pick, and you're going to be getting an old lineman, Will Campbell.
Ass.
That's terrible.
Horrible.
That's terrible.
Horrible.
I do not. I'm saying this, bro, and it's not hating, bro. I think Shedeur is going to be humbled. I think he's going to be humbled in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because the coverages you're seeing right now, right, in college is cool. Some of these teams you see once every 3 years. How scheduling works.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the same teams every year in college. It's just not how it works, right? I think he will be humbled in his NFL career. And the fact that he's going over Travis Hunter, is disgusting work. It's disgusting work.
He made you.
It's disgusting work. Yeah, that's disgusting work, bro. That's disgusting work. And what really fucks up with Travis, it depends on what
quarterback-driven league.
But it really depends on who needs what out of Travis Hunter. If you need a cornerback, you draft him lower.
And I think me and you came up with the best solution for this. And this is what I also agree with. Because even this scenario, a little bit of what we kind of agree with, but going a different way, signing Sam Darnold. The Giants signed Sam Darnold. Draft Travis Hunter over Sanders.
Right.
That's nasty.
You pair him up with Malik Neighbors and Travis Hunter. I would even be cool if they did forego drafting Travis Hunter and getting McMillan. 6'5" receiver. 6'5" receiver. He's number 1 in his position. 15 touchdowns, bro.
Nasty work.
I would even say that, right?
Yeah.
If you
getting a quarterback and drafting a receiver.
the free agency opens up before the NFL draft does.
Yes.
If you know, because last year what happens, the Falcons paid Kirk Cousins, who's about to get released, mind you. That's that they're trying to release him before his week, I think week 13 bonus.
Yeah.
So, which is crazy.
10 million.
But we don't want you to have it. So, I think they go into the off season. They look at the board, right? It's a lot of quarterbacks gonna be available, right? Brock Purdy's in the contract year. He might not get a contract. Justin Fields and Russ is available this off season. Neither one of them has been re-signed yet. Sam Darnold, obviously. Yep. And this conversation got to be had whether if Sam Darnold wins or if he gets to the fucking Super Bowl, then what?
Money.
But I'm saying though,
Yeah,
you let
yeah.
him go?
It's money. Money.
Let him go? Let him walk?
Yeah,
Let him
yeah.
walk?
You let him go. Go. Yeah, yeah. You got a quarterback already. JJ McCarthy is that future, and you're going to take the high prospect over age Sam Darnold. And I'm not saying age; he's hitting strides prime, but you'll have more years with that same team. Sometimes maybe the team believes that it's not just Sam. I have Jay Jettis. I have Addison. I got my running back. I got a good tight end. I have a good O-line and a solid defense. If I just plug and play JJ McCarthy in here, which I know has been decent in training camp and shown that he can sling the ball, let's rock with the young guy over Sam Darnold. That's a real honest possibility because JJ McCarthy was already named the starting quarterback over Sam Darnold when we seen them both all preseason, all training camp. I understand in-game is great. And his what he's proven already, but you're not gonna rock with it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I cannot wait honestly until the off season, so we can really go through like a real mock draft. Like that would be so fire. I cannot wait to do that. Putting our mock drafts together and stuff like that. It's gonna be an amazing off season. That's gonna be the beginning of our season 2, mind you. But that's going to be an amazing off season. I cannot wait to see because there's so many people I need to get paid this off season. So many conversations that have, and you're going to see everything right here on point A, point B. So you want to get locked the fuck in. You want to get locked in now. And the first way to get locked in, the most amazing way to do it, and the first way you always got to do it, is to make sure that you share and you follow and you subscribe to our channel. It is important. It is imperative. It is the most important thing you can do with your week, because when you do that, you make sure you get put in a position where you're able to see greatness before it happens. Don't mess up and don't get a chance to see it. You know you want to see it. You know you want to see it. Just like you want to see football tomorrow. The 49ers versus the Dolphins. Greatness at another level. You don't want to miss out on that. Sunday at 4:25 p.m. It is going to be a game to watch. The 49ers versus the Dolphins. Brock Purdy has something to prove, and so does Hawk. Something to prove. You don't want to miss out on that. That is going to be a game to watch. The next one that you do want to watch, that you do want to get locked in for, okay? You don't want to miss it. You don't want to play around with it. It's not a joke. It's important. It's imperative. Pay attention. You don't want to miss the Lakers versus the Warriors on Christmas Day. This is a game they always are slotted for, and with both of the teams in a place where they may be a little bit on the struggle side, with the Lakers on his way up, you don't want to miss them going against the Warriors on that Christmas Day. Oh, holy night. Don't fuck around and miss that game. You don't want to play around with it. You don't want to play around with it. You don't want to play around with it. And we're going to head right over to the next one, and that is Tones' matchups. We talked about this last week, didn't we, Brooklyn? We definitely did. The Browns versus the Bengals. Cleveland versus Cincinnati. Ohio versus Ohio. This is going to be a game that matters tomorrow. Make sure you pay attention, lock in for it, okay? Cleveland versus, no one really cares about this game. I'm trying to sell it to you, but god damn, this is going to be ass. This is going to be ass. And the only thing we got to really look forward to is watching Joe Burrow and Chase go fucking dumb. That's it. But the next game that's going to be happening on Sunday, Lions, Bears. We're talking about Goff versus the rookie, the vet versus the rook. A rematch from Thanksgiving Day that has some implications for no one. Because the Bears are not going to the playoffs regardless, and the Lions are. It don't matter. All that matters for the Lions is having seeding. Where are they going to be? Are they going to be number one or not? And they need to win this game to be able to maintain that, because the Vikings are on their ass. Next up, Another matchup between Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts. This is going to be a game right here. Eagles, Commanders, with Saquon being on the off game where he wasn't able to show his ass the full way versus them. I believe it was the Steelers. Last time they played. This is going to be a game where he can be able to make a mark again. That defense is not prepared for that monster. Daryl, I know what you're saying on the ass. It's kind of crazy. You're right. And you want to ignore the last game because we watched it. The Steelers lost against the Ravens. Monkey off that proverbial back, that big back of that man Lamar. But man, it has been an amazing show. We are glad for you to be with us. Thank you so much for taking your time to chill with us, to be with us, to hang with us, to take your time with us. We love you so very, very much. I want to say thank you, first of all, to Old Holy White with Christmas coming. If you look at the bottom, you do see the little Christmas ornaments we got on our channel and stuff like that. We're doing pretty big things, man. We're celebrating, man. The next time you see me, I'm trying to get a tree behind me, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll put some Christmas lights up, whatever like that. We'll get festive for you guys. But we are so excited to be able to share that moment with you. And I'm going to try to be on stream with you for a little bit on Christmas Day so we can be able to, you know what I'm saying, just show some love. Not saying anybody else need to be with me on that Christmas Day, but I want to be able to show some love on Christmas Day. At least say hi my hellos and everything else. But this has been an amazing day. We do have a show. I'm gonna check on my team to see if my boys do want to do Christmas Eve. You know what I'm saying, the day before Christmas. Brooklyn says that he's down for the day before Christmas. I'm pretty sure Pharaoh's, if he's not doing some stuff with family, hopefully he's in the chat. You know, he can let me know if he's gonna be down for the day before Christmas for that Tuesday show. I'll send the show, fellas. Thank you so much, Pharaoh. It'll be a great one, man, if you are able to show up for that Christmas Day. Pharaoh said he's down. So we got 2 down for Christmas Eve. It's going to be an amazing day, man. So much to talk about. And then you'll get us again on that Saturday on the 28th, which is a couple days before New Year's Day. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss that show, because that show we're going to have as a special guest, a running back who played in the NFL, which is going to be great. So I'm excited for that. We're going to be able to sit down, talk with him, get some information. We'll have more information with that on Tuesday once we lock everything in with them. But yeah, we'll have to be able to do an interview and have him come in and have some conversations with Tate, stuff like that, about football, about basketball, everything, man. He's a great guy, and you're going to love that. But as far as this show, it is over. Episode 21. What a show. What a show. My Old Holy White over here, man. Give love on Christmas Day. He's the one that came with the myrrh, not the gold and frankincense and stuff like that. He's the one that came with the myrrh. And there goes the baby right there. Yeah, there goes the baby. Baby Brooklyn. Myrrh. You know what I'm saying? There go baby Brooklyn. There go Manhattan right there. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. I only muted it because he was getting his diaper changed. He a little fussy sometimes, so
hey,
he just want to say shout out to the stream.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All about the daddies out here. We're the daddies out here.
No,
coach. It's all the coach with the daddies. Where all the daddies at? Yo, man, but congratulations, Brooklyn, on being a dad, man. That is a beautiful thing. I would kiss my son, but I don't like him as much as you like yours right now. Give him a couple years. Let him lock it in.
Right now.
Let him lock it in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wait till he can talk and not use a toilet. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll talk. But great show. We love you so much. From me, from Brooklyn, from baby Brooklyn, from Pharaoh, from the whole squad. Get well soon, Bus. Make sure you bust out on some medication. We love you all. And this has been another amazing installment from your legendary Twitch streaming show, Point A, Point B.